In this video, I'm going to talk about what could be the scenario, and I say could because we always have the power to change things, right? Here's a picture. These next three pictures, actually this one and two more, are taken from NASA. I took them from NASA's website. But the next one after that, the fourth one, is, I want to talk about it, but here. This is the equinox. From equinox to equinox, that's what it looks like. Beautiful, right? It looks like a nice necklace in the sky. And then here you have, I have more pictures, but just look at this one. They said this one looks like Einstein, and this is in a mountain in the Alps. Then the next one is also from NASA. This one is, they said it was the Northern Lights in Iceland, and it looks like a goat. So for those of you who always ask, is that Photoshop? Is that Photoshop? No, it's not Photoshop. Well, okay, I guess it could. It's from NASA, so who knows, but it's from NASA, okay? It looks like a goat to me. And this next one, someone sent it to me, Alaska, Northern Lights. Well, those are not the Northern Lights, you know. It's just, this is one of those pictures that it just got me very excited, you know. By the way, last weekend, all of you who sent me pictures, you took pictures of the sun and the moon and the clouds. They were amazing, you know. Yesterday I got a picture, and I'll do it on video too, because I was going to post this video on my other channel where I can post it for hours, but then I feel bad for the guys who are on NYC112 channel. They won't be able to listen to my gorgeous voice, my accent. I said, excuse me. Anyway, I will give you a link on this video. There will be a link to my other channels, because 15 minutes or 10 minutes, again, you know, they punish me again because someone complained about a video I uploaded, blah, blah, blah. So now they told me I can only do 10 minutes. And 10 minutes is too short of a time. I usually get off subject. It's not really getting off subject. I just go back and forth, and it takes me more than 10 minutes to talk. Like right now, I'm talking, and I still didn't get to the subject. So I'm going to do the 1 hour or the 2 hours videos. That way I don't have to worry about, because I do a video now, all of the time I have to oh my God, it went over the 10 minutes. This is very annoying. So I'm going to do it on the other channel. But this one, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it for the amount that I'm allowed to do the videos. In any case, I will be talking about Parravicini. I don't know how many of you know. I posted on Facebook. Parravicini his name is Benjamin Solaris Parravicini. He was born in Argentina. I think it was August 8, 1898, and he died in I don't remember now when he died. Sorry, maybe 1974. But he was a Nostradamus type, except I think it's even better than Nostradamus because he actually spoke in, modern Spanish, modern language. He said it. With Nostradamus, you have to kind of like reading the Bible, you have to figure out what he tried to say, But with Parravicini, he told you, he mentioned the country or whatever was going to happen. In some cases, it was more like kind of very verses, romantic poetry type of, where you have to figure out what he was trying to say. But he also drew a picture. They call that psychographic. I think it comes from the word psychic and graphic picture. So, he was able to just draw a picture. Anyway, I'll be talking about him, and I like what he was saying. In the past, I didn't want to get too much involved with Parravicini because as soon as somebody tells me somebody's a prophet or predicts things, I get a turn off. I get turned off with people that predict things. And so I didn't want to, but I decided to look at it, and it's very interesting. Everything he says is what I resonate. So I think Parravicini agrees with me. Anyway, it's not funny. But he talks about things to come. Like everything else, is things to come that we can change. Like World War III. We can change it. But the way I see things, it's not going to change. People still want to fight unless something horrific happens, and then they're not able to fight, which I think that's also another probability. So I'll be talking about that. And also, I was listening to this young man. I know I listened to him a while ago, like a long, long time ago. And he also kind of resonated with me, or I resonate with him, what he says. Well, I resonate with him because he's the famous one. And so I resonate with him. He doesn't like to, and by the way, both of them are from Argentina. And so, I'm going to talk about that. Not so much about them, but about everything that I listened to and read and what I take out of it, my opinion, and then you can make your own opinion. But how do I see things? Because yesterday I posted something on Facebook saying that when the grid goes down, because I don't think if it goes down, I think it's going to go down. I think we're going to lose electricity. Somebody said, well, what about nuclear plants? This is very scary because they'll be shut down. Well, if there's no electricity, there won't be no nuclear plants. Shut down is good. The word shut down doesn't mean meltdown. It's a big difference. A shutdown means that you turn it off. A meltdown is a different total story because the person, I think, he was confused. I don't want to mention names, but she was confused about meltdown and shutdown because she said, oh, that would be horrible, what happened to Fukushima. Well, Fukushima was a meltdown. Chernobyl was a meltdown. And this would be a shutdown, which is totally different, which would be very good, I think. And so both of them, this Parravicini and the other young guy, they mentioned World War III definitely. I think, me too, I think definitely unless the grid comes first, because it will shut down everything. Can you imagine all the satellites burned down? Nothing's going to happen. They won't be able to, fight. There will be no. It would just. They can't even talk on the phone. You won't be able to do anything. Communications will be shut down. So when I'm talking about communications, not the media, but ships, planes, cell phones, internet. The ships won't be able to have communication, and ships, airplanes, and these type of things are all directed through a computer, through a satellite. That's how they communicate. So they won't be able to do anything. The problem would be, I think, with the population, the people. They're hungry, they have no water, they have no electricity. We already had, I guess, a glimpse of what is to come this summer in India and Pakistan. They had the grid collapse in India, and it was extremely hot. People were, I don't know, it looks like people were okay. In Pakistan, people started burning things, different, I don't know the whole thing. All I know is I saw in the news, but I don't know if I believe the news, but basically, there's no way you can have that type of behavior in other countries. If people are very poor, very hungry, then is two things could happen. When a country is very, very poor and people are starving, I don't even think they have energy to fight. They'll just die. But in a country where it's not so bad, people still have the energy to run, it would be chaos. You know what I'm saying? If I think that's what happens. I don't want to talk about countries here because then people get hurt. People still have the ego thing, like it's my country, my country. So people don't want to talk bad about their countries. They don't want to hear anybody talking about the country. So I'm going to say it as a humanity as a whole. Okay? Their behavior will be the problem. What's going to happen, how they behave. Both of them, Pravchin and the young man, said it will be World War III, and is because they believe, the second young man, he said, he believed after the grid collapses, then the banks will collapse, money will collapse, and then they go crazy. Then they'll be pissed because you don't want to piss the banks. Now they're really pissed. And so now they'll start a war. But I see it in a different way. I think the grid is going to collapse, and then the banks will collapse, and there's nothing they can do, except, I'm sure they have provision for that day. I'm sure they are prepared for that day more than you are. The food and things like that. They're not that stupid. I'm sure they watch the YouTube and they read stuff, and so they know what's going on. The problem is the people because we've been doing videos, and a lot of people have been doing videos about, put water aside. The government is telling you, put water aside. Get prepared. Get your papers ready. Have everything ready. Water, flashlights. And still people are not doing it. And so this is the problem. The people that are not doing it. I honestly don't see myself going crazy anymore, putting all this food aside, because I did it before and it was a waste, and I just went too crazy. I ran with it, and I don't want to do that anymore. Yes, I'll have enough food for my animals, for my family, but I can't have it for 3 years. If the grid goes for 3 years, there's no way that I can do that. I don't know what I would eat, but how long can you have, but something would happen, definitely. The alignment is, I see signs that the alignment is taking place, and the same thing with the polar shift. Remember, the polar shift, the way I see it, I don't know how anybody is seeing it, I see it as a magnetic one. Is from the inside of the earth, the core of the earth, and of course it's affecting outside. It's affecting you, and it's affecting the earth, the surface of the earth, so that we are moving. I don't know how. Basically, let me tell you this way. I'm not a scientific person, so I don't know how all this mambo jumbo that people talk about it, I don't understand it. All I know is what I see that comes to me in pictures. If I see a picture in my head, like let's say this picture you're watching now, I see something like that, and I go, wow, and I know what it means. I know exactly what they're telling me, but I don't know how to prove to you that it's possible that it takes place. How am I going to prove to you? I see something like that, in my head comes equinox, and I know, oh wow, the equinox, but how am I going to prove to you that that's taking place? Unless, of course, you go to NASA, a scientific person comes and say, that's the way it is, yes, and then you go, oh yeah, you were right. And I'm coming to the point now that I don't really give a shit. I don't want to prove anything. I don't care if people believe it, don't believe it. I just, in the past, people ask me for proof, and I try, to explain. Right now, I don't really give a shit. People believe it, don't believe it. As long as I believe it, that's all that matters. Okay? So this is, actually, I'm going to continue with this video because I don't want to do the 10-minute thing. It's too boring. And I need to do a lot of things. This would take me more time to upload 5 videos. So the polar shift is the way I feel it, I see it, is happening from the inside. And the reason I feel this is because I see it. I see it as a body. Remember the pictures I was telling you? I see pictures. So I see as like the body of the earth being your body. And the changes are taking place from the inside. Sort of like your spine. Remember when I told you about the spine? And the energy just flows through your spine? It's in the inside and it's invisible. You can't really see it, right? But you feel it. The same thing happens with the earth. It's happening inside of her spine, and and so it's shifting things inside of her, just like it's happening to you, big time. It's definitely happening, and so is in the case of the earth. This is why I'm gonna, in the next one I'll show you some pictures. Someone sent me. You can clearly see two suns, and you can clearly see northern lights in Arizona. How can it be northern lights in Arizona? It's impossible, right? Well, if there's a polar shift, then it's possible, right? So these are indications that something is happening. It's not going to happen like boom overnight. We're going to move. No, it's not going to happen like that. The other thing is, people are asking about. People send me some pictures where you can see like a little dot, and people saying it's a lens glare. You know, glare from the lens. Yes, it's possible, but why? It's happening now, not before. Okay. And you can see that when I take pictures, I can see that it shows like dots, but that wasn't happening before. So something is happening. What I tell people is something is happening. None of us know exactly. We can't prove it, but we sense it that something is taking place. It's like you feel something happening in your body. Something has changed. You notice that everything is going really fast. The time is moving. I have no time. I wake up and I can't even do videos anymore. I mean, I used to go on YouTube and spend time doing videos and talking, and I have so many videos. I used to upload like 200 a day. And I still will finish. It will be still like 2 o'clock. Now I have no time. I mean, I just get up. I'm doing a little video, and that's it. I won't have time for anything else. Hardly to do anything. And so I don't do that many videos because I got to take care of my house. So time is moving. I don't pay attention to the clock. I don't pay attention to anything. All I know is moving fast. I have no time to do anything anymore. And I have posted videos because about this, the time. Why? Because I want people to know, hey, something is happening. Okay? Something is happening. And I'm not alone. That's what I want people to realize, that they're not alone. There's something taking place. Okay? And this, of course, confirms what Terence McKenna was telling us about 0 point, time wave, that we were going to enter that little point where everything was going to accelerate. It was going to go really fast. That's a very good point too. I really see that happening. I see the polar shift happening. I also see the alignment. I'm starting to see signs of this happening. And the two suns, I see it too, except I don't know if it's Nibiru or if it's something else. Okay? It could be the alignment. So just so you know, it's not immediately when I say two suns, it means Nibiru's coming. I don't know. And I usually wait, give it time, and when I start to see the signs really strong, then I know. But right now, the signs that I see are not strong about being some kind of Nibiru. Okay? Some of you guys say, well, it's a reflection. They always come out with the same shit. Always, always. For those of you who are new here, or you haven't been here long enough, or only been here for a year, you should see in the beginning, and I say that all the time. In the beginning, it was, no, there's no aliens, you're stupid. No, there's no aliens, it's fake, blah, 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 blah. It was so boring. In the beginning, it used to get me mad, but it was so often and so many people that I decided, you know what, this is too boring. It's not worth even arguing with people. It's too boring. It's either an actual agenda to make people believe there's no aliens, or people just so fucking stupid. Because how can you deny that there will be aliens? I mean, maybe my great-grandmother, maybe grandmother, but who knows? I have talked to people that are old, like 90, I mean, not old, but older than me, and they say, why not? And these are people that never go on the internet, okay? These people, they don't need, I talk to people all the time. And this depending also on this person. All the person that is very bitter and nasty, and they are in a lot of fear about their future and the health, they caught themselves in this circle of shit. They're not going to be upset about aliens, okay? Because now you're going to disturb whatever shit they're in. Religious people too. No, don't touch that. Don't touch that subject, because now I have to think, and I don't want to think. I want the preacher to think for me. I want the teacher to think for me. I want the government to think for me. I want the doctor to think for me. I want my boss to think for me. I want my wife to think for me. Or I want my husband to think for me. I don't want to think. So shut up. Don't talk about fucking aliens, okay? Because now you open the Pandora box. Now I have to think about it, and now it makes me question about God and who's Jesus and what is Christianity. Now you're gonna just leave it alone. Just give me another drink, okay? And that's what they fight you. They fight you constantly, people, and they just want to drink or take a little pill and don't think about it. Unfortunately, for people like that, you can't bury it, because the consciousness is opening. We are now merging with the consciousness of the earth. And so you're going to have to take 20 pills and take a gallon of wine or whatever the hell you drink, because eventually you're just going to have to just jump out the window. And even then, just committing suicide is not the end. It's the beginning of more shit. So you better just say, I'm going to take it. Just give it to me. And when you decide to find out about aliens, the best place to go is someone that is very positive. You don't want to go to one of these conspiracy videos, because now it's worst. Believe me. The first time, I'm going to tell this story because a lot of you guys don't know my story, and then you're always asking me, and I go, oh my God, I did a video. I keep doing videos, and I keep getting questions, so I guess new people that come in. But the first time I decided to, what the hell is going on? And of course it has to be one of those videos that is so scary, they're coming to kill us, they're going to invade, and I was like, oh shit. I said, what am I doing here? I started to get really scared, like, what the fuck? You mean they're going to come? I haven't done the bed yet. I have to clean up. I have to go get food. They can't do that. And then, I was thinking like, well, it's kind of good if they come, because I want to go with them. Definitely. It must be cool, to be in a place where everybody gets along. But then of course, just when I was happy about, I'm going to go with them in the ship and blah, 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 someone comes out with a video about they're evil. And I'm thinking, I don't know about that, because, my experience, I don't know. And then another person goes, well, they're not all evil. Half is evil, half is good. So, okay, now I have to figure out which one is the evil, which one is the good ones, right? So, if you are new in the whole experience about aliens, if you're still searching for the truth, I wouldn't go to one of those places. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I never promote anybody. Never, because it's a karma. I don't know if the person is going to end up more scared. So, and honestly, I don't really have anything with. I can't tell you anyone that I really resonate in the internet with. I don't know. I know some of you really, totally, resonate with. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying I don't resonate. I haven't found one person, one source that I say, wow, I resonate with it. It's something inside that just goes, I don't know. Something is fishy. Something about all these people. So, of course, I'm not saying that they are not telling the truth or that they are not good. It's me. It's my personal experience. But I do, if I was going to promote someone, if I was going to refer to someone, it would be Rabbi Monroe. Because he does not talk about aliens, he does not talk about conspiracies. He's from a different thing, okay? He's all the way far away from all this internet conspiracy. He wasn't even here then. He died in 1995. His thing is about out of body. But during his experiences with out of body, he had contact. I mean, he doesn't say aliens. He called them dimensional beings, higher dimensional beings, or this kind of. He uses a different word, but if you're smart, you know what he's talking about. I figured it out. I was reading and said, "Wow, that's an alien that he's talking about." Wow, I was like totally amazed. His books are wonderful. I have given the name of the books to a few people, and I'll tell you something. I used to have people that would always email me, ask me questions, blah blah blah. They want to know, and it seems like they were in a total journey for search for the truth. And once I get in the name of these books and this person, I haven't seen them since. Now I'm sure they are really in awe, with everything. And now they don't ask me questions. I don't even hear about them anymore. Because I know once you read these books, YouTube and all the other stuff is just stupid. It goes out the window. What anybody says in the internet, you just laugh. It's just stupid once you read these books. So I would suggest, if you're new and you want to search for more truth, go read his books. And he only wrote 3 books. And I bought him in Amazon. I bought him about 3 times already because I give them away to people that are really depressed. If you're really, really depressed, you read this book, you're not depressed anymore. Your life changes completely. So I don't give books away because, for one thing, people never read them. And if they like them too much, they never give them back. But I also, I'm not rich. But I have given them if I see the person really needs it. And I know they're going to read it, because I don't want to waste my time either giving a book to someone and they don't read it. I could give it to someone who would read it. But the people that I have given these books, or that I have mentioned him, they totally change their lives completely, okay? So if you want to try him. I'm going to, if I remember, put the links at the bottom of this video, and you can check out the books. You can read the reviews, they're very cheap. I bought them like really cheap, maybe $8, $7, no more than that. His books are like paperback. So, no, I love them, totally. The other thing is that, but besides the books, I wouldn't do anymore, okay? Because after he died, the whole thing changed. Now they do kind of all this. Well, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Do whatever this takes you. So I'm not going to give you any advice here. So anyway, is the alignment taking place. I see it. I also see the polar shift. The two suns, I don't know, but actually, Paravicini, in one of his psychographics, he mentions body, an astral body coming very close to the Earth. Okay, so I don't know if that means an asteroid, another planet, another sun. I don't know what he meant in there. But I'll do a video separate. The only thing is, when I do Paravicini, it's going to take me a long time because I got to find the pictures. Okay, and I want to give you just a few of the past because he has 700. Yeah, forget it. So it would take me like 20 hours to do a video. So I'm going to give you just a few from the past and then some for the future, so that you just kind of get an idea, and then the rest you do your own. I don't want to just give you everything. Let you do your research too and read about him. With Paravicini, you have to be careful because people. God, what happened? Let me just tell you. YouTube now, you can make money, okay, and you can make money on the internet, and it has become a telemarketing thing. Everybody makes money on the internet. If I open a website, I can make money easily, and I can also make money with YouTube too. And so, how do you make money on YouTube? Well, every person that comes in your channel, every person that comes in your channel and watches any video, for every view you get 5 cents. Okay. And so what happens is people are doing anything for those 5 cents. And so they lie. Or they make some kind of just crazy story. And then they get millions of people to come to their channel. And now they make good money. As simple as that. So if I go on the internet and I take the shirt off and show my nipples, I'm going to get a lot of people and I'm going to make money. Okay? And it's the same thing if I say something horrible is going to happen. Somehow people love all the horrible things. And I know why, and I'll explain why I think it is. But so what they did was someone took one of these discographics of Paravicini's predictions, and then put some kind of story about the Olympics in London. And I got a lot of people asking me. I did a video, and I said nothing's going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. And then people, oh my God, you should warn people. And they say, you're not doing the right thing. You got to help people. You got to put this. I said, I'm not going to distribute any lies. I can see if I felt it, but nothing was going to happen. I knew nothing was going to happen. Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? Nothing happened, right? Paravicini wasn't talking about the Olympics. No way. It was something else. And I'll tell you what. A lot of people are taking Paravicini's predictions and turning it into whatever they want, and now they get a lot of viewers. The only thing is that 2 things happen. They discredit Paravicini's work. And number 2, you're creating this fear in people, It's like, I don't know, people just react like savages. You don't want to do that, but mainly I don't want it, the poor guy to be discredited for something he never said. So people can take something and twist it to gain from it. So you have to be careful. I mean, nothing was going to happen in the Olympics. Come on, it's just ridiculous. Actually, nothing happened. People didn't even go to the Olympics. That was such a waste of time and money. Nobody watched the Olympics. I think it was created so people, I don't know, for the commercials. I don't know why it really happened. But if you notice, the Olympics, nobody went except for the Queen and some famous people and the athletes, but nobody went to the Olympics. So I'm sure it was a waste of money because it was like, I don't know, I read there was like some kind of huge number, like billions of dollars for the stupid Olympics. In the meantime, people are starving all over. Even in England, people have no money. I talk to people in the UK, and they're very poor. They just about can buy food. They're homeless in the UK, and here this freaking Olympics was billions of dollars. Anyway, this is all going to come to an end anyway. It's going to win. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention, maybe just give you, when I talk, I hope to trigger your own information that you have. I'm not here to teach you, but maybe to trigger something that, you had it there dormant, because that happens a lot. I say something and all of a sudden I get all these emails or, people telling me, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And I go, wow, I learned too, because I would put a picture and they go, blah, 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 blah. And I go, really? And then I look, oh my God, yeah, I see there. And now, not only it triggered their information, but now they give it back to me. So it's, very, I like it. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that someone sent me a quote from Job, Job in the Bible. And it was very interesting, by the way. And my God, I have so many ideas for videos that I don't know where to start. I'm tired just thinking how many videos I need to do. I go like, okay, I'm going to do this video, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do this. And then when I finish, I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired, I need a nap. So I go and take a nap. And then when I wake up, I go, you know what, I don't feel like doing shit. I'm tired. But this person sent me a quote from Job, and really very interesting. I don't go by the Bible, okay? I have never read the Bible. And the few times that I read, because somebody sent me a quote, so I go and check it out. But I'm not a Bible person, so I'm not an expert. And I think that the Bible is half lies and maybe half true, okay? So it takes looking, and also everything is in codes. It's symbolic. So you can't take it word by word. It has to be that, you just get it, One example is in the Bible they talk about Satan in Job. When you read Job, or Hab, I don't know how the hell you I forgot what is the pronunciation, but you know who I'm talking about. And actually, Satan asked God if he can do something, to Job, to see if he really cares about God. And Job supposed to be, he never gave in. But then Satan or the devil comes back to God and says, how about I do something physically to him, okay? And God says, okay, do it. And so he make him very sick. But Job still didn't want to curse God. Anyway, the story of Job is very interesting. I'll tell you why. I don't take it word by word, okay? The way I see Job, and I'm going to do a video separate where I'm going to talk about Job and also Revelations, the book of Revelations. And I'm not going to give it that title, because then I get all the fanatics, religious people. And so this is just going to be for you guys, okay? And me. And I'm going to name it something else. And so since you always watch my videos anyway, you'll find out. But when you look, when you read the book of Revelations, it's amazing, because I don't read what it says. I just sense what they were trying to tell us. I don't know if I make sense, but I read the book of Revelations and I go, wow, I know what they're talking about. But they were hiding it. They were making it in a different way first of all, it was thousands of years ago, so people spoke in a different way. Number one. Number two, something got lost in translation. And number three was kind of edited or tampered with to scare people. Okay, so they change a little bit just to make people scared. So after I take that away, I get a message, really a beautiful message. The same thing I do with Job. With Job, I got a beautiful message. It was amazing, but it wasn't word by word. The message that I got was, well, anyway, I'll do the video so you see. Because when Satan asks God if he can inflict, pain and sickness on his physical body, because before he was doing it more in a way of, emotionally and things like that. And God says, yes, go ahead. He gave the go ahead. It's very symbolic there, okay? Number one, that suddenly Satan becomes the devil in the Christianity. And also that there becomes duality. Notice? Before that, God and Satan were, working. Basically, Satan was divine. It was a divinity. It was just as divine as Archangel Michael. And how is it that after, in the next book of the New Testament, he becomes evil? Because when the New Testament occurred or took place, or when it started, now you're talking about Christianity and the Pisces era, the Pisces age, or the Pisces era, which is about duality. Suddenly, Satan becomes the bad, or the opposite of God, or the Antichrist. Okay? So, very interesting, indeed. The other thing is that I've been telling you for a while now that dark is part of God. God created everything. When people tell me, oh, the devil and this, I go, wait, but who created the devil and who created darkness? And people say, well, why not because now people talk about reptilians and all this stuff. And I go, but who created them? Now, very interesting. In the book of Job, somebody gave me, well, not that quote, but I found a quote where it says, the person who sent me the quote was, I think it's 38:31. It says that you're going to decide over the beauty of Pleiades or to cut ties with Orion. Very interesting, because you know what that means, right? You have to decide between Orion or Pleiades. But notice, Job doesn't say, choose between Pleiades and Orion. No, he goes, choose Pleiades or cut ties with Orion. You see the difference? It's like we're tied to Orion. We have ties with Orion. But you have to cut the ties and go to Pleiades, or stay with Orion and not have Pleiades. And he mentions the beauty of Pleiades. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, here it is. Let me see. It says, can you bind the sweet influences of Pleiades or lose the bands of Orion? Very interesting, huh? Can you bind the sweet influences of Pleiades? In other words, can you bind with the sweet influences of Pleiades? Can you bind with Pleiades or lose the bands of Orion? Like get rid of Orion kind of thing. Very interesting. I'm going to I look for it. It's 30 Job 38:31. Read it and tell me what you think. You know, uh, that's what I get. I get that you have to choose between Pleiades and Orion, but then I'm thinking it's not about choosing, but more about um, it's not about choosing Pleiadians or the aliens from Orion, but more about the influences. Okay, so it's not to say that, because I think people talking about Orion and Draconians and the history of the Earth, the Draconians' influence on the Earth, and the Pleiadians, the Galactic Federation, the Federation of Light. I don't forget the way. It's a Galactic Federation of Light, or the Confederation. They are mainly the Pleiades. The other, it's different race civilizations, but I shouldn't say mainly, but I think the Pleiades have more of when you talk about the Federation, you think about Pleiadians, because the Pleiadians, I think, have been very influential, but also the Arcturians, and the Arcturians have a lot of influence on humans, the Earth. But it's very strange. It's just very strange, because Orion, what I understand, is the Draconians, and Pleiadians, Pleiades is where the Pleiadians come, but other civilizations come. The Pleiades, I believe, there's 7 stars, so you can imagine how many other civilizations come from there. So I guess you have to choose, and I don't think that you have to choose one against the other, but you have to basically, when they say cut the ties with Orion, is that influence of money and darkness. You have to cut those. You have to eventually cut your ties with money and carnal, physical pleasures, and then just be about love. Just the greed and the anger and the wars and hate, jealousy, ego. All these stuff are influences from Orion. And the one that is about love, no ego, simple life, is the Pleiades. So it's very interesting, because they're talking about that in the Bible, okay, in the Old Testament. In the Revelation, they're also talking about very interesting things. First of all, you see the number 7 everywhere, number 7, which is, I think, one is the 7 seals. They talk about the 7 seals. Well, those are the chakras, I think. But more than that, this is the Pleiades. When you look at the Pleiades, the 7 stars, they call the 7 sisters. There's a lot of reference with the number 7. And also, it seems like they were talking about today, the today that we're going through. Earthquakes, asteroids, meteorites falling down the earth, wars. It was like, reading Revelation, it was like, wow, a revelation. It was like an unveiling, that's what is happening now. We're unveiling everything. We're unveiling, and now we're seeing the truth. So it seems like really pretty dark. But people think, oh my God, people getting worse. I don't think so. I think it was there, but it was hidden. And now it's unveiling. The other thing that I wanted to mention is about the dreams. It started little by little. I have dreams. I always had dreams, here and there, But lately, I wake up tired, and then I go through points where it's okay, and then boom, I get another leap. And I'm telling you, I wake up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, exhausted. And then I go back to sleep, and I wake up like 4, exhausted again. So I don't have and I'm not having, I seem to be tired and wanted to go to sleep. And all of a sudden I have all this. But the dreams are unique. They're not just random. And it's not about, people are going to, I need to do a different one talk about dreams. Very important. the other thing is that when you go through these leaps of dreams where you're so exhausted during the you sleep that you wake up exhausted, now you have a few days of you're tired, you need a lot of sleep. And I noticed the last few days I've been so energetic, full of energy, happy, and all of a sudden I'm like, I want to go to sleep all day. And it wasn't just me. Everybody was telling me that I talked to, they're so sleepy. I mean, even my dogs wanted to sleep all day. My cat don't want to get up. So it's something happening that is affecting us too there. In any case, thank you guys for sending me this picture. Um, I'm gonna leave it here because I'm tired. I could take another nap, but I just woke up and I'm tired. I'll try and just move around. If you're this, if you're tired when you wake up, go back to sleep. Really, it's your body telling you I need to recoup. I don't believe in people have to. I'm tired, so I'm gonna take coffee. No, just go back to bed. Who cares? You know, I was the type. If I was tired, um, well, it's hard to tell people to do that because people. I don't want to tell people what to do to begin with. But anyway, I'll continue with video 2 later after I take a nap. uh, and we'll talk about the Book of Revelation